Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back for Market Monday. Today we have a mixed media kit. So these kits are $20. That includes the shipping. Pay with PayPal and it's US only because of the shipping costs. So we'll just kind of get into what's here. If you do want one of these kits, the information will be below. Send me an email at my email address below. I will answer you and let you know if I have any left. And at that time, you can pay with PayPal. And I send these kits out on Thursday or Friday. So to start out with, we have this. This is a foam pad, kind of like foam rubber or something. It is sticky on the back, so you can use it as it is. Or you can cut it into pieces and use it for stamps. Lots of different things that you can use it for. And also, I have a couple others here. We have different thicknesses. And again, this is some type of foam rubber with sticky on the back. And one more here. This one is a little bit softer than this one is. And I also use these as flower forming pads, where when I make a paper flower, then I will stick it on here and use my ball tool to press on the flower, and it makes that flower get shape to it, get some dimension to it. So I like to use these for that. I also use them for stamps and for different types of things. So there is one of each of these 3 foam pads. And then there is some faux leather. I believe it's faux leather. It could be leather, but I don't think so. We have it in blue and a piece in brown. And then also there is a piece, this is actually leather. It's got paper up here, and that's in tan. So we have one piece of each of those colors. Then we have 100 of these plastic. These are hard plastic ovals, and I like to use these. I drill a hole in them, sometimes just at the top, put a jump ring and a keychain or a key ring, or sometimes I put a hole at the top and the bottom and I jump ring them together and then attach them like to the outside of a journal. These work great with permanent marker to color a design, and then use a black permanent marker to write an affirmation word on. Or also it works really well with alcohol inks because it is a hard, non-porous surface. So there are 100 of those. And then there are 2 paint spreaders or glue spreaders. I use these. I think they're nice to hold on to. They're just like the perfect size. And I use them to spread paint around on my projects, or also to spread out glue. And they have a nice rounded edge here. And all of these things come from the recycle store. So these are like, this is traditional wall base, and then it's got the color and everything. So, you know, that's on the back. And I also like the fact that I can hang them up. I can just, I have a little nail next to my regular desk where I just hang a few of these so I know where they're at, if I remember to hang them back up again. So there are 2 of those. And then there are 8 of these foam circles. And again, these work great for stamps. These have an outside ring and an inside ring, or circle, an outside ring and an inside circle. So you can take those apart and use them as 2 pieces. They're also sticky on the back. So there's 8 of those. There are 20 of these little rubber discs, and I use these as needle pullers. I put them in my different spots where I sew, where I hand sew, because if your needle gets stuck, you just wrap it around the needle and grab a hold of that needle and it just pulls right on it. I've got like a paper clip here, but if it gets stuck, you can just stick it on there, and because it's rubber, it really pulls nicely instead of trying to just keep a hold of that needle and your hand keeps slipping off of it. So there are 20 of those in here. And then there's just a baggie full of these for mixed media projects. You can glue them onto a piece of cardboard. These are not sticky on either side. So you could glue them onto a project and use them as a stamp. Or otherwise, you know, you can just put them on a project you're making as a background texture. They're kind of thick. And also you could paint them up with something, you know, with your paint, or put some glue and glitter or whatever. And because they've got a hole in them, you can string them onto something. So they're fun for that. And then there is a baggie full of these. These are hard plastic, sticky on the back. So again, these work really good with your alcohol inks or permanent markers. And so they are a non-porous surface, very hard plastic, but they do have the sticky release paper on the back. So you can go ahead and put alcohol ink and stuff on them, and then stick them to your project. They're a little bit milky colored. I can't get that off right now, but they're milky colored, but a little bit see-through. They're not real see-through like if they were clear. But if you have something underneath it that is darker, and I literally just cannot get a hold of this today, but let's see. Normally I use a pokey tool or an awl, whatever you want to call it, to, let me see here, to remove the backings on a lot of these. Well, a lot of times I just grab them with my hands, but today my hands aren't, they're just not wanting to work super well. So you take that backing off of there, and then, I don't know how well you can see that, but let's put it on the, you can see just barely, you can see through there. So that's kind of fun also. Like to put it on book pages or something. You don't really see it, but you kind of see it. So there's just a baggie full of those. There are 25 of these velvet squares. I like to put these on the bottom of glass jars whenever I decorate a glass jar. I have like jelly jars that are just about, the bottom's just about this size. And I just cut off the little tabs on each side. They are sticky on the back, so you just peel off the release paper and stick it on the bottom of your jar, and that gives you a really nice soft surface that won't hurt your table. And those are a velvet kind of feel. Then there are 20 of these, and these are double-sided sticky. So you can use these to, you know, you can stamp a saying on a piece of paper and then stick this to that bottom of the paper and then stick it to your project. But they are just a little bit thick. They're not real thick. And they are about 4 1/4 inches long and 1 inch wide. So those are double-sided stickies. And then there are 20 of these little kind of chevron shapes, and these are also double-sided sticky. So they're really kind of cool to put on a project, kind of one above another, and put glitter or mica powder on them. I love the way that they look like that. So there's those. And then there are 50 of these, and these are in different thicknesses, not thickness, but widths, I guess you want to say. See, like here's 2 widths of them. And these are, they kind of look a little faux leathery. And they are sticky on the back, so you peel off the release paper and you can stick those on your projects. You can stick them on a piece of cardboard, stick a few of them in a row, like leave a gap between them, and use them as writing lines to make yourself a line stamp. So there are 50 of those. And finally, there are 4 of these, and they each have 3 on them. So these ones are, this white section here is double-sided sticky, and so it does have a little tab that you can grab a hold of to peel it off. And then these do just come apart. Also, this blue part will peel off, and you can use that in some other project. The blue part is sticky, then the clear part is not sticky underneath. But here, these little pads are sticky. And I use them a lot of times as a handle. I will stick them on my page, or what really more like a little tray or something. I stick them on there, and then I take this side and I puff it up and then stick that side on there. So then they stick up like that. So, you know, you've got it flat on each side, and then you've got that little part sticking up like that. Now, I don't think it would pick up anything really heavy. I use it in my stamping boxes to separate my layers. But, so there are 4 of those. And again, don't forget when you peel the blue part off to use the length of this, keep the blue part because it's sticky and it's fun to put on something and it's see-through. So you can stick it onto something where you can see what's underneath of it. So this is what we have in this kit. And if you are interested, send me an email. I don't answer the YouTube comments if you request something because they don't come in the same order is how you send them. So it does have to be an email to my email address, which is below. Again, it's $20, and that does include the shipping. So, and I send them out towards the end of the week. So just let me know if you're interested, and I will let you know if I have one back. And at that time, you can pay with PayPal. So thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you stopping by. And I hope that each and every one of you has an outstanding day. Bye-bye.